Welcome back. The Republican ticket is set today. Donald Trump tweeting that he is pleased to announce that he has chosen Indiana Governor Mike Pence as his vice presidential running mate. Trump originally planned to make that announcement today, but he postponed it following the attack in Nice, France. The two are set to make their first public appearance tomorrow in New York. GOP party leaders are praising the choice. Pence's selection is aimed in part at assuring donors that Trump is prepared to run a more serious and disciplined general election campaign.
He's experienced. I think he shores up a conservative base that is important. I think that he's a complementary to Donald Trump as far as personality.
The presumptive Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton is already blasting Trump's running mate, calling Pence the most extreme VP pick in a generation and tweeting a video. Meanwhile, security is already beefed up for the Republican National Convention. The Department of Homeland Security Secretary Jay Johnson is in Cleveland today to see security preps firsthand. He says some 3,000 personnel will be dedicated to the security of the GOP convention and the Democratic convention. Members of the TSA, Secret Service, Coast Guard, and others will be there. Johnson is also warning lawmakers that radical activists could be drawn to the RNC next week.
I am concerned about the prospect of demonstrations getting out of hand.
In Cleveland, the Convention Rules Committee has been meeting nonstop. Anti-Trump GOP leaders can make their last attempt Monday to amend delegate rules to try and block Trump from getting the nomination. We just received word that Suncoast Congressman Vern Buchanan will not attend the Republican National Convention this week. A representative from his office tells us that Buchanan is not attending so he can spend more time with his family. And a reminder that ABC 7 will have special coverage of both the Republican and Democratic National Conventions. ABC 7's Ray Collins and Alan Cohn will be in Cleveland next week for the RNC. Then the following week, it is the Democratic National Convention. Myself, along with Adam Cellini and Alan Cohn, we will be in Philadelphia to bring you all of the latest developments. A popular museum on the Suncoast will be closed for about a month this summer. The Florida Maritime Museum in Cortez will be temporarily closed from August 15th through September 12th. Staff members and volunteers will be doing some maintenance work, and they will be updating exhibits. They will also be getting ready for a new exhibit this fall called Shipwrecks Legend and Lore, as well as some new educational programs, classes, and performances. The Venice Historical Society is taking a victory lap after finalizing plans to purchase a 1953 Pullman train car. The old car will be restored and will have a new home at the Venice Train Depot. ABC 7's Christopher Brantley has all the details.
This 1954 Pullman train car may not look like much, but she's been everything to the Venice Area Historical Society.
It had even had its last brake job done here in Venice, so it had really the credentials that we were after.
This car has a long history with Venice. It was formerly owned by Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey, used to transfer circus performers to the winter home here on the island of Venice.
The reason we want to bring it here, and we want to put it here on the adjoining tracks right next to the caboose, is that we are going to reconfigure it to show the way circus performers actually came to Venice on the car.
But getting the car here to its final resting place might be the most difficult part of its long life. For one, right now, it's nothing pretty to look at.
It may look horrendous to the uneducated eye. It's actually quite repairable.
To buy and repair it will cost a pretty penny. The Venice Historical Society has raised nearly $250,000 to do just that.
Of course, you have to add the electrical, you have to build out the platform at the train depot, and then also you have to do the interior of the car.
Inside, the plan is to show 3 types of living quarters, from main acts to stagehands.
It will give people, I think, a taste of what it was like to actually be part of the circus. And of course, as I say, the circus is such an integral part of Venice history.
The Society hopes the car will be sitting on its new tracks next year. Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Speaking of the circus, a member of the famous Wallenda family breaks another world record. Stunt diva Arundhara Wallenda dangled from a helicopter in Atlantic City yesterday. She hung from the chopper as it flew more than 10 miles. Check this out. The stunt started at the Steel Pier in Atlantic City and traveled to Longport and back, with Arendara hanging about 100 feet above the Atlantic Ocean. The event kicked off her husband Nick Walenda's variety show called Zircus, which includes stunts and a troupe of circus performers. Congratulations. I can't even imagine. I don't even know where you start with being able to train to do that. But wow, that's amazing. And let's head over to Bob and get a check on our forecast.
That looked like fun. I'll tell you what, we have had some amazing shots too lately in the evening hours. This one in the morning, get a look at this. This is Casey Key looking off toward the west and not the east. And it looks like the sun is rising in the west. It's called the anti-crepuscular rays, and that's just some clouds actually casting shadows on the clouds off in the distance. And it appears that we have a sunrise in the west, but it wasn't, I can assure you that. We have had some clouds around, in fact, some storms developing now across the region, and some of those storms are going to be rather heavy at times in the North Port and Port Charlotte, getting some heavy rainfall now, and we see some activity just to the west of Arcadia, too. So a little late start today. They'll be moving off to the northwest. There's plenty of energy out ahead of it, so look for showers and storms through the evening, scattered about, some of those strong. More on that coming up in a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Two of President Obama's senior advisors are attending the funeral of the Louisiana man who was killed by police last week. A steady stream of mourners filed past Alton Sterling's casket during the service in Baton Rouge today. The 37-year-old was fatally shot by two white police officers who pinned him to the ground outside of a convenience store. Sterling was selling CDs when police answered a call saying a man was threatening someone with a gun. Police have said they found a gun in Sterling's pocket. The Pokemon Go game craze is prompting a flood of warnings from emergency responders from across the country because people are getting hurt. In Encinitas, California, two men plunged off a cliff trying to catch the virtual character on their cell phones. The men fell between 50 and 80 feet down Wednesday afternoon. The men are okay. Now police are putting warning signs up around that area, and a gas and electric company is tweeting the message, "Stay away from electrical lines and substations when catching Pokemon." The game is also causing a lot of traffic accidents. The idea of the game is to walk around parks, neighborhoods, and essentially anywhere to find virtual hidden Pokemon characters. But some people are trying to speed up the process and doing all of this while they're driving. It's become a serious problem as a new form of distracted driving. So don't drive in Pokemon. Still to come on your Suncoast News. How much you weigh could affect how long you live. How those extra pounds could be shortening your lifespan. That's next.
Need new windows? Buy direct from the factory. New South Window is having a sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Buy 4 windows, save 25%. Buy 6 windows, save 30%. Buy 8 or more windows and save 35%. How? Because New South owns the factory and you cut out the middleman. Award-winning, energy-efficient windows and doors installed with a lifetime warranty. New South Windows are made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com or call now.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Come uncork your inner artist at Painting with a Twist. Bring your favorite bottle of wine and appetizers and enjoy an evening out with friends to celebrate any special occasion. It's perfect for a girls' night out, birthday parties, or a fun date night. Painting with a Twist offers 2 or 3 hour classes that are instructed by local artists, and there is no experience required. We now have 2 convenient locations in Sarasota and Bradenton. Visit our website to view our calendar and schedule your next party today.
You know what scares me? No electricity. Yeah, when this magical box suddenly stops working, I call the pros at Mr. Sparky and they send a superhero to save the day. How's it going, Pablo?
It's going great, Mike.
Pablo possesses amazing skill. He can perform incredible feats at blinding speed.
Superhero. Couldn't have done it without you.
Modest, too.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Just to be clear, I don't live here.
Just because someone grows older, does that mean they have to grow apart from their friends or from the things they love to do? With Right at Home, it doesn't. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to help with personal care, housekeeping, meals, and most of all, staying engaged in life.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you ready to go?
Oh, I sure am.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Florida Studio Theater presents the 8th Annual Sarasota Improv Festival, July 14th through 16th. 3 days of non-stop comedy with 18 groups from New York City, Atlanta, Austin, Boston, Chicago, Columbia, Canada, Orlando, and more. The laughter will be unlimited. Don't miss what Daly City says is non-stop lunacy. Featured acts will include premier improv group Impro Theater. Improv Festival passes and tickets are on sale now. 941-366-9000 or visit floridastudiotheater.org.
You may lose up to 3 years of your life if you are obese. ABC 7's Alex Redmond joins us with information on a large study, the risk of being overweight. Alex.
Thank you, Haley. Many of us know the intense struggles of trying to keep our weight down. Well, now research finds it's not just quality of life at stake, but life itself. Millie Oberman knows what it's like to struggle with weight, especially after menopause.
And this was not kind to my chubby little butt and my hips. And so I bloomed up to 145 pounds from my normal 110.
Oberman says her health wasn't impacted much.
And my knees were a little achy.
But this is what Oberman may not know.
Your healthy weight matters. And it matters because it's gonna shorten your lifespan.
A new study of research of more than 4.5 decades finds overweight people lose a year of life on average compared with those of a healthy weight. And moderately obese people die up to 3 years prematurely. But losing weight and keeping it off isn't easy.
Most people don't realize that we're eating too many processed foods. If you can make it simple, go back to real, fresh, whole food.
Registered dietitian Linda Adams says we don't think we're eating a lot, but packaged foods pack on the pounds. And if you're eating more than you're burning,
we gain weight. And the more we gain, the harder it is to lose.
This chair is not designed to complement somebody's living room. Rather, this chair is designed to accommodate somebody that's carrying so much weight that they're suffering from obesity.
Usually patients coming to our program try different diets, multitude of diets, and they lose weight and they gain the weight back. And many times the weight comes back with vengeance.
Oberman, on her way to her healthy weight goal, says push the plate away, cut back on the carbs and fat.
That really is not something that's necessary when you're not being athletic anymore.
But for many, weight is a struggle.
As they reach a BMI over 35 and they have a severe comorbidity, or they have a BMI over 40, the only option of treatment for obesity is bariatric surgery.
And carrying too much weight is now second only to smoking as the cause of premature death here in the U.S.
And Alex, it is not easy to lose weight, especially to keep it off, and you know that firsthand.
Very, very difficult. I mean, people look at us on television and they think that most of us were thin our whole lives. People come up to me and say, what do you know? Well, if you see, there is a picture right there, struggles, 27 years old, they're at 15 years old. Pictures don't lie. Every day, you have to make the healthy choice. Put something healthy in your mouth and treat it like gasoline going into your car. What you wouldn't put into your car would be sugar and things like that. Treat your body well, because if you don't take care of your body, where else are you going to live?
It's the only one you have, right? We only have one life to live. So
it's
yeah.
So true.
All right. Well, congratulations on keeping off the weight.
Thank you. But
it's
the most
a hard
important,
struggle.
the most important thing is for our audience to know that we are just like you guys. It is very difficult. We make those choices every day.
All right. Thank you, Alex. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. No accidents right now, but there is some traffic backed up near Bee Ridge Road and US 41 in Sarasota. And now we'll head over to Bob with our almost weekend forecast.
Yeah, here it comes, Haley. The weekend and also storms a little bit later today. A Punta Gorda webcam, pretty nice at 3 to 4 o'clock, looking good. 4:30, also beautiful there in the Peace River, looking over US 41. Then all of a sudden, the skies open up and heavy rain blowing up and even some small hail possible with these cells. You can see it kind of working its way through Fort Myers earlier, then up the interstate and now into Charlotte Harbor, Punta Gorda, and into Port Charlotte, Northport. Also some very heavy rainfall east into Northport, now along I-75. And this is all going to be working its way off to the northwest. So Rotunda and looks like Placida up to Englewood. You may get some of this rainfall here in the next hour or so. But right now in Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte, as well as into Northport is where the lightning and heavy rain is occurring for the most part. There are other isolated showers developing east of Mayaca City at this point. Not a lot going on at area beaches. Siesta Key looking pretty quiet right now. Longboat Key also looking pretty good, as well as Anna Maria Island. Not much happening there, but we are starting to see this little bow here, and this will all be feeding off to the northwest, so expect showers and storms to develop along it throughout the evening. Rain chance at about 30%. Elsewhere northeast, some showers and storms up near Jacksonville and near Gainesville. 92, it feels like 99. The humidity at 50%. Winds out of the west, southwest at 10. The pressure 30 inches even, and that's holding steady right now. 93 the high, the record 97. Our normal 90 for this time of year, and 76 was the morning low. No rainfall yet, and for the month now we're over 2 inches below average. We still have a lot of dry air in the Atlantic, so the tropics pretty quiet right now. Typically, we don't start getting into the tropical action until August, mid-August, and throughout September. And you can see that little bit of patch of dry air moving through the Bahamas, really shutting the storms down there. And this will be in place tomorrow, but still, there's going to be enough energy, enough heat of the day, and that southeasterly flow butting up with that west coast sea breeze that we will see scattered storms in the afternoon and evening. It may not be as much coverage as we've had over the past few days, but they'll still be there. And one or two of those always have the potential for becoming severe, meaning winds up to maybe 50 to 60 miles an hour as they make their way on through. Both Saturday and Sunday look to be good in the morning, so if you have early tea time, should not be a problem in the late afternoon and evening, as is usually the case in the summer months. So things start to get a little active late in the day. In the Gulf of Mexico, all is quiet there. We have this upper level low. It looks rather ominous right now on the enhanced satellite imagery, but this will continue to feed off toward the west and should not develop a surface reflection, and we don't have to worry too much about that. It's hot in New York and Philadelphia now, 91 degrees in Philly, and a bit cooler in Omaha, 68 degrees there. Salt Lake City at 98 and Dallas at 91 degrees. Well, here's the forecast for boaters. Looks good. I mentioned just a light chop in the bays and inland waters, and the water temperature, though, that's a little bit on the warm side for me, 91. Tides upcoming. High tide will be at 12:19. Another at 10:07. Forecast tonight, isolated storms, otherwise mostly fair after midnight, and low temperatures into the mid-70s. Tomorrow, scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. High temperatures will top out in the low 90s. The extended forecast does call for showers and storms in it all the way through the next 7 days. Better chances by midweek next week. Well, the rain stayed away this past week during the morning hours, and Captain Johnny was able to take out his great-granddaughter to do some fishing. The familiar motto, take a kid fishing because one day they may take you, is a common occurrence with Captain Johnny Walker. Meet Kinsley, the captain's 3-year-old great-granddaughter, who is all decked out and ready to go with her Peppa Pig hat and matching Crocs. It doesn't take much to keep her entertained, as she, along with many other kids her age, love to see the bait. Using one of these threadfin on a circle hook and drifting over the grass flats, this pretty little girl is getting her done.
Reel, you got one. Turn it, turn it, turn it. Oh boy. Turn it fast, come on. Keep it.
Her first time out, and she catches the first one. It must be in her jeans.
You caught a fish. Oh!
He's flopping. He is flopping, isn't he?
Keeping it in the family, Kinsley's Uncle Trey brings in this nice size speckled sea trout.
Yeah, Trey's right.
You got the big one?
Yeah, he's got the biggest one.
Oh, nice.
Look at that.
He swallowed it.
But with Mom Hannah lending a helping hand, it was Kinsley who was grabbing the headlines in this day.
That's a big one. We're in the boat.
Wow, Kinsley, you're doing great.
Becoming an expert angler real quick, she even gave some advice to her mom.
Mama got a big one, Bob.
Whoa.
That trout. Holy cow.
And this little girl kept bringing in the big ones on this day as she hooks up yet once again.
Oh, snapper for Kinsley on her first day fishing with Papa. Hey, remember, take a kid fishing like I'm doing today, because someday they may take you.
Ah, beautiful afternoon. That was fun. And I'll tell you what, she had a ball out there. And this guy did too. JT the Fly Guy doing some fly fishing, catching the snook in Sarasota Bay, 29-inch snook. A lot of snook are out there lately, and people are catching. This is not the season. You can't keep them. You got to release them. And Houston Miller getting this 35-inch monster snook. Again, and this one a little higher each time. Trey Dietz at 38.5. That's Johnny's grandson right there, Trey. And then
Better still, 40-inch. Steve getting this one from Beach Adventures, and we talked about this yesterday, Haley. This guy taking people out, showing them how to fish on the beach without a boat.
And you're going to do that at some point.
One
Show
of
us
these,
how
yeah,
it's done.
when we get our schedules fixed, we'll see if we can do that.
I'm looking forward to that.
I am too.
All right. Thank you, Bob. A diet and nutrition company is being fined $200 million for making false promises. The FTC announced today that Herbalife will have to pay the fine and restructure its business. The settlement is in response to allegations of unfair and deceptive practices. Herbalife was charged with deceiving thousands of people into believing they could make money as distributors or salespeople, but that was apparently not the case. Construction is now underway on the second daiquiri deck on the south end of Siesta Key. The restaurant will be on the top floor of a new 3-story building at Stickney Point Road. The first level will be a coffee shop and the second will be used as storage. The restaurant will have an outdoor deck with views of Siesta Key Beach and the Gulf of Mexico. It could open as early as next spring.
We wanted to come up with a way to kind of maximize this property here at 1250 Stickney Point Road.
The local chain currently has 3 restaurants, one in St. Armands, one in Venice, and the original one in Siesta Village. Entertainment news is next.
It's time for My Suncoast's Park in the Park with the Bradenton Marauders at McKechnie Field. Bring your best friend and let them run the bases July 24th at 1 p.m. Visit BradentonMarauders.com for info. Sponsored by ABC7. Hurricane season is here, and so is the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. This essential resource arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit, shelter locations, what to do with pets, and important phone numbers. Visit mysuncoast.com and download the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. Brought to you by the Florida Lottery.
We are delighted to have Dr. Kaminsky join our team at the Totola Cancer Center.
I'm a radiation oncologist. I was at the National Institutes of Health, most recently at the Medical College of Georgia, specialized in central nervous system cancers, prostate cancers, and other types. At the Totola Cancer Center, we have a level of technology that is second to none.
He has a great wealth of knowledge and shares the same passion that we have for patient care.
My family and I are happy to be here in Sarasota and excited to treat our patients here at the Totola Cancer Center.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Rihanna's concert in Nice, France has been canceled following Thursday night's terror attack. The president of the French region where Nice resides tweeted news of this cancellation. Billboard reports the singer was in Nice at the time of the attack, but a rep says she is safe. The concert was scheduled to take place tonight. Katy Perry releases a new song for the first time in 3 years. Perry delivers soaring vocals on the song Rise to match inspirational lyrics, which include the line, "Victory is in your veins." The song is being released ahead of next month's Olympics. Perry says NBC has chosen to use it as an anthem for the Rio Games. Perry also has put out a video for the song featuring Olympic athletes. Wow, that's awesome. Make it baby number 8 for Mick Jagger. Representatives for the rock legend say his girlfriend Melanie Hamrick is pregnant. The 72-year-old frontman of the Rolling Stones already has 7 children who range in age from 45 to 17. He is also a grandfather of 2 children. Taylor Swift is shaking off some unpleasant headlines by spending time at a children's hospital in Australia. The pop star took time out of her vacation in Australia to visit a children's hospital and even performed with some of the kids. The hospital posted the video and some of the pics that Swift took on Facebook and Twitter, saying, "We're all still cray-cray about Tay-Tay," and thanking her for her visit. She really is one of the most awesome celebrities with her fans. We'll be right back.
On Animal Outtakes, every week, it's a new animal adventure. From meeting curious lemurs to feeding big cats and hosing down rhinos, there's never a dull moment. And sometimes these amazing animals chime in. Tune in to Animal Outtakes to find out what they have to say. Watch Animal Outtakes this weekend on ABC 7.
On the next Black Almanac.
Politicians and pundits were quick to paint the triple tragedies of Minneapolis and Baton Rouge and Dallas as a tit-for-tat between law enforcement and the police reform movement. The finger-pointing must stop. We need to sit together and commit to open dialogue for progression. We can't continue operating on the false foundation of us versus them. It's all about us.
Sunday morning at 7:30 on ABC 7.